up, everybody? This is Kralika Kane's show. I am now the mass ruler because I am sitting in the middle. And I did a nearly bad touch. But anyways,
look at her. She's feeling me up. Oh, now she's second. Oh, help. We got abuse on screen. Oh, help. Oh, wait. I'm an Ultraman villain. Oh, I'm not a villain anymore.
Damn, that was more entertaining than the episode we're about to talk about.
So, I am Kralika Kane. I am taking over the airwaves.
That might have been a touch.
Nevertheless, I am here with...
Ooh! Really? You gotta hit me when you do that?
I didn't hit you!
Yeah, okay. I am the Kaiju no Kami.
And this is...
Her tormentor, Silver Quill.
And we're here to talk about episode 5, 7, is it 13 now? Because we've had this hiatus of Ultraman Trigger.
Well, now we had the latest entry in the legendary Battles of Ultraman, which need a clip show for all four. Now 5. Trust me, 2 more episodes will have a clip show to have the top 8 battles of Ultraman. I think I broke them.
It was bad. So, obviously...
Which was bad?
The fact that we had 2 clip shows, because Japan. Now, we have heard some stories that the clip shows are due to the Olympics.
Which, then why would you just not wait to air your show till after the Olympics then?
We also heard that it could have been due to COVID. And even in that same vein, did you really need to have 2 weeks? Really, I'm asking a legitimate question.
Well, they knew he was going to be at a convention, so they're like, yeah, okay.
That's right. If we can't get Silver Quill to say something weird in a review and possibly make everyone uncomfortable or get sued, then what's the point?
That is true. It was all because of you.
It is all my ego.
So it's all your fault.
I will accept this.
So, obviously, for the last 2 weeks, we haven't recorded because...
Well, we did technically record 2 weeks ago because we had our clip show episode.
Yes, well, we had our clip show episode, but we also didn't record because he got to enjoy some convention time.
I went to a convention and it was awesome. Shout out to Everfree Northwest. It is fantastic.
Fantastical.
Fantastical.
Will you stop putting your fist in my face?
Here, take my hand. Now put my fist in his face.
That's it. Next video, he's in the corner.
Damn! I've been impaled on my own sword. I'm like edgelord in today's episode. I can't control my anger. I must run towards my opponent.
Don't cut yourself.
Oh, and all that edge.
Oh my god. So, edgelord, a.k.a. Akito.
Someone said his name a lot.
Who actually is the nepotism one, turns out.
It's kind of like we have 2 characters of nepotism. We have nepotism, and edgelord nepotism.
Well, no, we found out the girl is just nepotism because she's actually the priestess of the thing. So that doesn't really count because she's really there because they need to protect her. He's nepotism because he's there because his parents supported the commander dude.
But he also worked with them, so he actually earned more spot. Whereas she, I'm sorry, but she's trying to be this brave defender, and she's, I've got to run down this hallway. Oh, maybe I turn towards this dead end. Oh, this is like I should be blonde and in a horror movie.
No, it's like I must be in a different castle. And Mario needs to come get me.
But what if Peach gave Bowser a bitch slap for a change?
Yeah, because as we have in the few series I cannot mention right now that we have watched, we've had quite a few villains that just had all their threat level diminished by getting slapped by the female main character. And this dude, Dagon, which I don't know if I can actually legitimately call him Dagon anymore, because his threat level has just been diminished by getting bitch slapped by the main female character.
Ultra Ancient Diminishment.
Ultra Ancient Diminishment. And also, he's kind of pouting under the sea. Oh.
I know. All I kept on.
He's totally in love now.
No. When I saw how wet he was from the move that Edgelord did for that splash move, and Yuna or nepotism slaps him, and I see him hold, like, he stutters. He's like, "Fine, you win this round, even though I'm like 50 times stronger than you. But I shall hit you next time, Gadget. Next time."
And then...
I didn't do that quite right. I know.
And
Actually, I think he wins on the...
Decepticons, transform.
Okay.
Oh yes, Predacons, terrorize. I've got the lovely bunch of coconuts. You foolish mortals. I have come for your souls.
Anyway.
Do you have a lozenge?
Actually, I do have mints. Would you like one?
If I start having a weird coughing fit again, please. But I'm okay right now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, first let me say, my excitement for this show has diminished because of
Ultra Ancient Diminishment.
the clipshows.
It's ultra ancient cold out there.
This episode did nothing to get my excitement back up for it.
I actually kind of felt like I was drowsy, surprisingly. And I'm not saying that like to be like super like, oh my god, I'm a hipster now because my drama has to be fulfilled.
We gotta dance mix here. We have to
But nevertheless, I am like, okay, I could take a nap right now, and I don't think I would have lost anything of value story-wise. Because
you would have lost the great revelation that Edgelord's parents were killed by this monster.
Okay, let me tell you something. I figured that out when he was introduced. I'm sorry, when you have a random Japanese character, teenage character, staying with another family, it is for one of two reasons. One, the parents work in the United States because that's apparently where all Japanese kids' parents work.
That's because they don't want to die.
No, that's more like, old Bowser went to a farm up the countryside.
And then
He's
two,
gonna run and play for all his days in the countryside.
that is very true. And two, they're dead. But more often than not,
They're dead.
they're dead.
Oh, Edgelord, your parents went to the United States to run in the countryside. They'll laugh and play there forever. You can't go because immigration's a bitch.
But, so, I kind of figured out this grand revelation before
Revelation!
it even happened. So, no, I could have slipped through that and not lost anything.
And not lost anything?
I am going to use bad grammar because I'm an adult and I spent 10 years in college to earn that right. Actually, technically I spent altogether... Yeah, 10 years in college.
We don't care.
I do.
Yeah, 10 years in college.
There we go.
2 years for associates, 2 more years for the bachelor's. Oh wait, no, it was 8 years.
Oh, well, eight, not 10. Well, then I'm totally disinterested. I don't even know.
How many years did you spend in college?
4.
Plus.
Oh, you mean cumulative?
Cumulatively.
All right. Well, there was 4 years worth of my bachelor's. Then at another school, it was a year and a half to get digital editing, and then 2 years for a paralegal associates, and 2 years for an associates in graphic design.
So you got me beat.
I got you beat, but I thought you were doing it like all concurrently or something.
No.
Oh, okay. Misunderstood. But still, I'm not the one who brought up my college years. Because what happens in college stays on YouTube.
Yes,
These
pretty
days.
much. But, so once again, I wouldn't have lost anything. Now, the bitch slap that wasn't heard around the world, That was pointless.
Which one?
When Dagon was slapped by nepotism.
Oh!
But-
he's forgotten it already.
I know, apparently. So what were your thoughts on the episode?
Well, as I realized at the convention last week, when I am tired, my left eye starts drooping. It's just the left. So I was drooping. Okay, now granted, it's kind of warm in here. We just had a very nice but filling meal. So I'm going to chalk that up. But here's the weird thing. I really like the design for Death Dragon.
Death Drago.
Death Drago. Because, one, it's more focused. Despite the lopsidedness, of which, when it first appeared on screen, I thought this was another composite monster of previous Ultraman enemies. But no, we learned that the chairman took off one horn.
Why was the chairman more effective when he was riding or operating Guts' wings than Guts' wings was useful both times it was out?
Because they didn't have Ultraman to save their asses back then.
Well, main character or mentor character signal boost. Plus, Schizo, she may not be hitting the targets as steadily as the chairman might.
But my concern is, Schizo, the first two outings that we had for her, she actually was a good pilot. It felt like this episode, we're using diminish a lot.
She regressed?
She diminished or regressed in her character where it felt like, why are you even here?
And poor Dave. After the chewing out, Edgelord gets chewed out by Jafar. I did appreciate Dave giving it's like, okay, back to work, gotta focus. But that was his only thing.
Yeah,
right now...
That was really sad about Dave, because Dave and Alien, they didn't get to
You mean the Metron?
Metron didn't really get to do anything today.
Okay, I also have to say, I'm starting to get annoyed with the Metron's arms just being sleeves instead of the actual tentacle arms they have normally in the shells.
Well, Metron received a restraining order. You can't go anywhere near school grounds with those.
Especially girls' schools.
Especially girls' schools. I'm not going to go further down that rabbit
No.
hole. So, Death Drago. I really liked the image as the smoke is going up over its face.
Oh, the
and
eyes.
It looked threatening. The eyes are not skewed or not gazing upward. They are deadly focused. If anything, it was actually kind of sad when it got the red eyes, because then it suddenly lost that focus to kill.
No, all I thought of was Ben Stein. Red eyes.
Clear eyes. Clear eyes is awesome.
In fact, the best shots in this episode really conveyed a sense of powerlessness for the main characters. You have Death Drago looming over Edgelord as he's my name is Edgelord Akito. You killed my parents. Prepare to die. Oh, crap, I really should have gone for the finishing shot. Then when Dwagon?
His name is actually
Dagon.
Dargon, but we call him Dagon.
Dagorn.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Dwagons. Anyway, when he appears to snatch nepotism, he too looks pretty threatening as you're seeing this portal and he's looking down. It's kind of like that whole giant eye staring at you through a small portal.
They've definitely got the scale down. In all these shows, good or bad, they at least know how to have the sense of scale work. That's one thing I don't think they've ever, even back in the 60s, with Ultra Q when they would have them fight with giant stuff, they still had the scale down perfect. So I don't think they've ever failed on that aspect. It's just that the storytelling so far
has been less than stellar.
But I will give credit to our lead character, whose name I actually have forgotten.
Yeah, I did actually too, until they said, and I was like, Kengo!
Okay.
Kiva!
Kengo, okay. Because they were saying Akito so much, I was like, is this my new Tachibana? Akito! Tachibana! What? Akito! Oh.
Well, it was kind of funny because we were watching Kiva yesterday, and one of the side characters' names is Kengo. What?
Nothing.
Oh, you're giving away what you're reviewing.
No!
Spoilers! She's guilty of spoilers.
What? I thought the other one was wrong.
So, we appreciate your patience as we're having technical difficulties. A spoiler.
I didn't know.
Actually, also, I seem to be within hugging range. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Okay, anyway. Yes, Kengo. He can go far.
Can go far. With Jafar.
Okay, I screwed up. I'm leaving now. Bye, everyone.
No, do not leave. Do not leave. You're the divider. Otherwise, I'll get unfettered access to hugs.
So anyway,
and restraining orders.
Kengo, yeah, I actually didn't think of his name until you just said it. Kengo.
Yeah. But he didn't use that smile catchphrase.
Which is good.
This was, oh, your parents are dead. Well, just smile. I was like, no, do not say that, and he did not.
I did think of the Seal song, Kiss from a Rose, though.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Actually, when Edgelord was running the second time, all I could think was, Leroy Jenkins!
Well, okay, I'm a little confused. When
I'm a little confused.
Kengo and Edgelord were together.
Ooh.
Not that together.
He gave him a white rose.
Well, okay.
Every rose has its thorn.
And they smiled deeply into each other's eyes. It was like Harry and Draco.
All that was missing was the moonlight night.
Alright, 1, don't mess with my fan fiction. 2, I hate the moonlight night. And 3, when Kengo
What? You hate Prince Ali? Alibaba?
When Kengo goes to visit Akito, because if I say anything else, I'm going to have this whole thing. He's wearing that jacket that looks like it still has a tag on it.
It was on this side.
Yeah.
I don't care, I'm just saying.
It still has a price tag on it.
It still had the price tag on it.
Everything
Then he leaves, and apparently the jacket miraculously ports itself, or they all went shopping and bought the same jacket, because Akito is running with that same jacket on, having the price tag. And I'm like, did he flip off his jacket before running? Did they go on a date together and buy jackets?
They got matching jackets.
I'm just like,
oh, I ship it. Because nepotism's boring as hell.
yes, she is.
As long as she doesn't summon Ultraman Titus, we're good.
I like Christopher Titus.
Wrong Titus.
Is there an Ultraman Titus?
I know.
No, I'm thinking Final Fantasy X. Yuna.
Oh, no.
How Titus was just a dream.
Anyways, I am a little annoyed by the Yuna Yuzare thing too, because I think Victor Victoria was better, and this is just getting a little boring.
Oh, baby,
Victor Victoria?
It's a movie.
Oh.
That jazz hot baby.
Well, it was done better. This whole plot line was done better in Gaim.
Now, if the parents had accidentally created Death Drago, if they were somehow responsible for it being the first monster that perhaps awakened others, and they died more of shame than monster stepping on them, that might have been a bit more compelling.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that also brings
I
another
actually
thing.
like that.
Okay, now I'm totally confused with the timeline.
Oh, so I got a little confused, I got totally confused. I'm moderately confused. Nice to meet you.
So, they said 20 years ago, which was Tiga, in the first episode, they said Golza and Melba had attacked Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're saying here, the first monster was Death Drago, which was 6 years ago.
Maybe the first monster to appear in those 20-year span.
But the way they were talking is that Darth Drago was the first...
It's Death, not Darth.
Whatever. It was the first monster they ever met. So now I'm completely confused. Because I know the director said the Trigger is in its own universe, which this episode would clearly imply, but then that contradicts things that happened in the first episode.
Well, yes, I will agree with that. It did. I kind of feel like the legitimate reason for the 2-week delay
because they don't know what the hell they're doing
is because of the fact, this is my own conspiracy theory, so there's no proof nor fact of it, but my own conspiracy theory is that they did this because everybody kept on comparing the first 4 episodes to Tiga, that they needed to kind of wheel it back.
Like, okay, what are we doing for our plot? Are we doing connection to Tiga or are we not doing a connection to Tiga? Oh, then let's just fumble around with our balls for 2 weeks and then we'll come back and we'll establish it's in its own universe, not Tiga's.
Still better than Voltron Force and its supposed sequel.
Oh,
which made no sense because 3D was the sequel.
Hey, that's a whole other killers. But right now, I'm just picturing Darth Drago. Edgelord Akito, join me. I'll never join you. You killed my parents. No, Edgelord Akito, I am your parents. That's not true. That's physically impossible. Asexual reproduction, baby. No.
And then he jumps off. Ah, special edition version.
So yeah, I've milked that reference for all it's worth. But either way, Darth Drago. I mean, if there's a Darth Ultraman, I won't say no.
Party on, Darth.
Actually, there is kind of a Darth Ultraman. Isn't that,
Belial?
Belial.
And he is someone's father.
Yeah. He's Jeed's dad.
Hey, Jeed, who's your daddy?
Actually, I have to admit, all throughout Jeed, I wanted Japan to do one subtle-esque Star Wars reference to that. Just to have fun with it. But that's what I have to say I was so super disappointed about, is there was no Star Wars reference of, I am your father.
Yeah, I know.
Riku! The orphanage never told you about your father. Well, how would they? They didn't know him. Oh, yeah.
We can do a whole soap opera series of just Ultraman.
But okay, back to Trigger. I was bored with this episode. It had no energy. Now I'm totally confused on the timeline. The characters have little to no screen time.
The characters were all out of character.
Or just not involved.
Yeah.
Shafar showed to be a firm but fair commander, at least.
But yeah.
He was the only one who seemed, because we didn't even have the director.
Well, he said I know it's been a couple weeks, but he did say in episode 4, I'm gonna be on a trip for the next month or so or whatever it was.
Yeah. I need to go get some milk. I'll be back soon.
No, it's, I need to get a pack of cigarettes.
Now, we don't endorse that here on Kaiju no Kami's channel.
We don't endorse it, but that was always the theme.
Yeah, but remember, the Metrons had to pull back that plan because not enough people in Japan smoke anymore.
Which is kind of odd, because every single drama I've watched in Japanese outside of Toku have cigarettes.
There's nothing really in the way of the miniatures and camera work I felt stood out to me in this one. Anything for
Well,
you?
some of the windows lit up red when he was being blown up.
And there was that sign, locals only, which I found very discriminatory.
But there was nothing that I found outstanding or truly unique.
So that first shot of Death Drago through the smoke was its best image in my eyes. And standing over Edgelord.
And then the shot of not Dagon reaching down to grab Yuna.
So I feel like we've exhausted everything we liked and disliked about it.
Yeah, I think right now
Actually, I know why this time around the plane could not take off the other horn off Death Drago. Because of budget cuts. They had to cheapen out on the bullets.
That would be sad. But I could see the Japanese military be like, we can give you more bullets for less caliber.
I just was really disappointed how Schizo managed Because she didn't even seem to be like her normal energy either.
She wasn't all that mad that her beloved jet got hurt.
No, she was...
Oh, actually, that would have been hilarious. Like, Schizo runs past Edgelord and Trigger with her own gun. You broke my plane! And she's like machine gunning this thing, and everyone's just like, okay, big step back. Ultraman, big step back. And they just let her go to town on it. You know, but here's what... Death Drago shouldn't have been destroyed.
No, he should have got away.
If it's that emotionally resonant to the characters, it should have lived to torment another day.
Yeah, he should not have been destroyed this easily. He should have escaped so they could have used that plot line further on in the show, like maybe when you develop Akito more and then you show him how he's grown as a character later on of all that stuff with everything that goes on.
Well, the other thing that I'm fearful of now with how this episode really handled the auxiliary characters of Guts is that...
They're just there because they have to be.
Exactly. Because at least with Zet, while they were not the most effective at fighting the monsters, they at least still did stuff.
They still had parts to play.
Hmm.
And this, I feel like, crap, are we going to go back to other series, even older series, where the team is just...
Ace.
there.
Q Ranger.
Q Ranger. Half a Zenkaiser.
So, well, we'll see. We'll see. Perhaps they'll get their momentum back.
They got a lot of work to do.
Well, Stella got her groove back, so why can't they?
They've got a lot of work to do, though, because my excitement is just gone.
That's the answer. Get Whoopi Goldberg on this team. She was in How Stella Got Your Groove Back.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
Apparently you haven't watched a lot of movies.
We need to indoctrinate kaiju onto some chick flicks.
No, I watch good movies.
Stella Got Her Groove Back was a good movie.
Chick flick.
If I'd known about it, then maybe, but no.
Sorry, it's a chick flick.
Is there a problem with chick flicks?
Not if you're a chick.
On that note, what did you think of this episode of Ultraman Trigger? Let us know in the comments. Click like, subscribe, the bell notification. Alright, Chicken Boo, shut up. Support us on Patreon, Kaiju no Kami. Facebook, Kaiju no Kami, except I'm in Facebook jail right now, so probably not so much. Twitter, Kaiju no Kami. Instagram, Kaiju no Kami.
We are adults.
Kids, grow up and take drugs.
What?
This is why you...
No! No! Don't take drugs!
But...
No!
Doesn't it look like that?
No! No!
This went a weird place. I thought I was being the irresponsible one.
No!
Okay, anyway. Website, creativitybydesignllc.com, and check out the merch we got in the merch video. I just had to put that in there because it sounded funny to do it at the same time. Until next time.
No.
Check out After the Fact on my channel, MLP Silver Quill, where I will actually be part foul. The bird. A bird is the word. It says bird.
I was gonna say, you need to stop because of copyrights.
What? Wow, I think I broke him.
Just trying to think.
He's just trying to process the sheer stupidity.
Hubby,
No, I'm trying to think.
I can say the one thing I said in the car.
I'm just trying to think of the Chicken Boo thing now.
Chicken.
He's not a man, he's a Chicken Boo.
What's the matter with you? You don't act like the other chickens do. You wear a disguise to look like human guys, but you're not a man, you're a chicken boo.
Yes. I still like the episode they had Kitty Kaboom and Chicken Boo together. But anyway, alright, for realsies.
Apparently, if you come to watch this, you are not going to hear anything really about Trigger. You're going to hear things about everything else. So I hope you've enjoyed.
Until next time, bye.